Commercially available supersonic flight is beginning to look like it may become a reality. NASA's X-59 quiet supersonic aircraft, which was developed in collaboration with Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works, recently completed ground tests and is now gearing up for its inaugural flight, which is expected in 2025. The X-59 is aimed at reducing the sonic boom that's associated typically with supersonic flight to a quieter thump, potentially enabling commercial supersonic travel over land. It's designed to cruise at Mach 1.42, which is approximately 925 miles an hour at 55,000 feet, producing a sonic thump with a noise level of about 75 effective perceived noise decibels compared to a car door closing, which is far quieter than previous aircraft that have been tested for supersonic flight. Now, instead of a forward-facing cockpit window, the X-59 would be relying on external vision systems with 4K cameras in order to provide displays for pilot visibility, meaning that the pilots wouldn't actually be looking out through windows, they would be looking through cameras that display the outside of the aircraft. On July 10th of 2025, the X-59 began its low-speed taxi tests at Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works facility in Palmdale, California, which marked the very first time that it's moved under its own power so far. The tests were used to validate the ability for it to steer, brake, and handle, as well as with plans to progress to high-speed taxi tests just short of takeoff velocity in the coming weeks. Now the X-59 is in its final ground test phase before its first flight. Now, NASA plans to conduct community overflights over 4 to 6 U.S. cities between 2025 and 2026 in order to gather public feedback on the sonic thump. And they plan on submitting this data to the FAA and the ICAO by 2027 in order to inform the potential regulatory changes for supersonic flight over land. Now, what does this mean for you? Well, your typical subsonic flight travels at about 550 to 570 miles per hour, as opposed to the 925 miles per hour that a supersonic aircraft could travel, which means that this could translate to a potential reduction in travel time of 40 to 50% for flight durations, which ultimately means that you could travel anywhere roughly twice as fast.